Hello everybody, my name is Bloodbath169 and welcome back to The Sims 3. In our last episode, Derek finally rounded out being his career, and of course he finally rounded out his athletic skill as well. And that's going to be a continuously ongoing process. I actually just realized that the game volume is set way. Okay, so, well, now there is only one major thing missing from Derek's life. And that generally would fall into the category of, well, somebody to share it with. We just moved up to a house in the hills right up here by the waterfall. He's got a beautiful home. A tiny little home, but it's got plenty of room for expansion, so, I'd call that a win. But with that being said, it's the same old type of deal where you just kind of have to accept that, the simple notion of you might have all the things in the world, but that's why they say money doesn't buy happiness. And it doesn't. I don't care who tells you it does. It does not. It's like saying that going to hell gives you good intentions. So, with that being said, guys, we are going to spend today's episode looking for someone. Someone with which Derek here can spend his time and his life. And the way we're probably going to do this is we're going to kind of make a tour of the homes in the town and see if there is anybody that really kind of catches our eye. Now, the thing to remember, guys, especially with The Sims 3, is that the world of The Sims 3 is in constant motion. And Sims are moving in and out of houses all the time. So the world around Derek never actually stops moving, for all intents and purposes. So as we get through today, and of course this will also be good because he needs some work on his social skill, or social motive, I should say. That is not a skill, that is a motive. And that way we can kind of see about, what we can really do to help Derek work on his overarching goal in life, which of course is he has a lifetime wish to be surrounded by family. He wants to raise 5 kids from babies to teenagers. Suffice it to say, that will be a 2-income household that's able to support that kind of what's the term, egg hatching or something or other is a military term for it. So let's get his gardening done here. We have an excellent quality tomato plant, so we can actually dispose of that. Lettuce, we just got a great quality. That is a very nice quality, so we can destroy that or get rid of that. Apple-wise, we are looking for a good harvest. This is a nice quality tree, so eventually it should, in theory, give off a... oh, nice. Just got that wish done. Done and dusted. Okay, so how are we doing on this? We now have a very nice quality apple. Excellent. So, while that's going, we can go ahead and plant a tomato and a head of lettuce. If he'd move, go do something. No, go do that. And then go plant that. Hey, you turd, fart knocker. Go ahead. No, too lonely to do that right now. Here, we'll come back to that then. Actually, let's build that up a little bit, chat with someone online. And then, okay, now he can go plant the apple tree. Cool, you're done. Go plant the apple, and then we're going to go exploring. Not a thing we normally do in The Sims, but we're going to go exploring, although half of the day is already gone. time does fly. Time does fly when you stop and think about 1 hour on The Sims is actually 1 minute in real life. About 33 seconds if you, or no, excuse me, about 20 seconds if you're on max speed. So, why don't we, and this also serves to kind of look at some of the houses in the area too. So how do we want to do this? We've got these houses right here. We've also got, so we kind of got a scattering of different houses here. We've got this house, 3 houses here, 4 houses here, or maybe that's just 2, 3 houses, excuse me. There's 1 or 2 right here. There's the stadium. We've got 4 houses here. Now some of these houses are also going to be empty, so that's something we got to keep in mind. There shouldn't be any houses here. These are all public buildings. Got houses here. Okay, so let's start down here today, and we'll see, I guess, if any of these houses are actually occupied. This is this appears to be that is an empty house. This is an empty house. So let's go check out the Lumberjack household, and what we're doing is we're introducing ourselves to folks, and we're going to see if we can't find Derek here, a beautiful young lady to call his own. Oh, she's pretty. Zelda. Okay. She's got a bunch of, she's rich. Well, no joke. Look at the house she lives in. Are we really only going to have one time for one person because reasons? Okay, that's fine, I guess. I mean, look, this is one of those things I love about The Sims 3, is just the level of detail and beauty that you can really achieve in the game is just astounding. So there's Dustin, Zelda, I think is her name, yeah, Zelda May. She's about his age. Derek's age, that is. Kids' room, 2 kids' rooms. No. Is that the kids' room? Must be the kids' room, so these 2 are the kids. Well, we're here, so let's dirty their toilet. And then we will go ahead and go to work, I think. Because we got to work on our relationship with our teammates anyway, so let's hit fast forward and get through work. You shot, you scored. The newspapers are hailing you as the hero of the game, the champion of the city. The team is ecstatic, so much that they cannot stop hoisting you over their shoulders at work. Your job performance just went up, not to mention your stock with the organization. Okay. So that's a thing that happened. Of course, like I said in our last episode, we no longer we maxed out our career. So what happens now is instead of getting promotions, now we get raises. And with only only working about 3 hours, 4 hours, it's a 3-hour shift actually, per shift, it actually does add up. Over time, I mean, you stop and think about it, 3 hours at $362 an hour, or $462 an hour, that's over $1,200, but that's per day. So, and that means, so per week, what's this? A gaggle of reporters arrived at work today, and the coach needed to show a good example of athletic supremacy to them. Thinking that Derek would be the perfect example to show off how good their team is, he asked Derek to perform some brutal exercises while the reporters watch. After working so hard already today, should Derek astound them with untold abilities, or just give it the old college try? Nah, astound them, go big or go home. The reporters are so stunned with Derek's athletic abilities that their stories will probably scare the other team. The coach offers Derek a small bonus for such a great showing. Small bonus of $1,000. So nice. That went well. Yeah, 3 hours, 1,382. We have a desire to find some seeds. Well, we're going to be out and about, so we might as well lock that one in. So let's head home and get some sleep and bring you guys back in as we head out to try it again in the morning. Okay, so we went to the, what is that, the Lumberjack home. So let's continue on where we left off. Didn't find anything really worth grabbing, but one thing we can do is while we are looking around here, why don't we go ahead and look around for any collectibles. I don't see anything as of right now. What is this? Flame fruit bush. If I can talk right, flame fruit bush. Who's that? Parker. Okay. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye out for this because this might be something we can't normally get. Okay. So we said that this one was empty, and it is. So let's check out the Bunch household. Actually, before we do that, why don't we check out around the Bunch household and see if there's anything collectible-wise here to be seen. I don't see anything. There's an empty lot next door. They got pink flamingos for days, so let's go ahead and pick those two things up and go visit the Bunches. Let's see what these are. This is silver and gold. What is that in front of your house? A grapevine. You'll have apples. There's a lime tree. We already have a lime. Okay. Let's go and talk to the Bunches. Interesting exterior. Okay, so it looks like Jack Bunch is a cop. Judy Bunch, they have a small child, Arlo. Beautiful little home. Who's this in the kitchen? This is Ethan. He looks like he could be fully grown, but probably is a teenager. We have another child out here. This is Darlene. Okay. Anybody upstairs? Got a pretty big family there. This might be Derek's role model home right here. But I don't see anything. So, I don't see anybody that Derek would be interested in. After all, we're not splitting up a married couple just so that Derek can get his rocks off. That would be wrong. So, actually, let's just stay zoomed in, because we may see something worth grabbing if we stay zoomed in. Case in point, boom shakalaka. So there's that. Actually, let's pause again. Okay, so who do we have here? This is the Wainwright residence. They have a onion plant and a flame fruit bush in front of their house as well. That is an empty home. Okay, so we have a small house here. I don't see anything else worth grabbing around their house, so let's go say hello to the Wainwrights, assuming anybody's home at all, and pick up whatever this is over here. Pay the bill now. Just found an uncut tanzanite. Tanzanite is actually a very rare mineral, and it is actually, or gem, and it's actually rarer than diamond, I believe. It's just not as valuable. Okay, so we have another happy couple, it looks like. We got Susan Wainwright and Boyd Wainwright. Interesting home design. I like that study. Is that just a rock just sitting in the middle of a... Oh, it's a garden, Japanese gravel sand garden or whatever. Okay, so this looks like the home of a scientist type. Okay, so we have a scientist at this house. Let's check and make sure there's nothing that we're going to be interested in at this empty home, which has a wall around it. It's interesting. It'd be a pretty fancy home, that's for dang sure. Okay. Okay, so who do we have across the street here? We've got another empty house. A lot of empty houses in this area. But we do have two houses now that have flame fruit bushes in front of them, so we'll have to keep an eye on them for when they start sprouting. Okay, we have the Jolena household. Jolena household. So let's look around their house. They got quite a few evergreens and bonsai trees, looks like. And they have an empty lot next to them as well. I don't see any plants on their lot other than the purchasable variety, nothing you may actually maintain. Alright, who's in the Jolena house? The only person we've seen so far that would make a good candidate is actually this that Zelda girl in the other house. She is obviously in the medical field. Jamie Jolena. Yeah, it's going to be a hard pass for me. I don't like that. Don't like that. Can't say I go for blondes much, although both of I have actually married two blondes, technically, so guess I can't say that entirely. Okay, so moving on. Who else do we have here? We have no plants around here. This actually looks like it's been mowed. I wonder if that's a texture we can get on our house. I would love to have that because I'm very particular about how my yard looks, believe it or not. And these are two occupied. Let's go say hi to the Keatons. There's nothing valuable around their house, collectible wise, so let's come in and say hi. Okay, so this is our co-worker's house, Marty Keaton. This is his house, and he has a wife who is a police officer, it looks like. Ooh, they have two babies, Siobhan and Micah. Okay, so they have two infants just laying on the floor for some reason. And one crib. Two infants, one crib. Yep, that don't go bad at all. Okay, so there's that. Let's, oh, nobody's home at the Nugent. Brenna Nugent is not home. Okay. So we can't go here and visit her anyway. But I don't see... And that's a very nice home. It's Japanese inspired, I believe. A lot of Japanese inspiration. Okay, so let's zoom out. We can't visit the Nugents anyway. So let's oops, I forgot to that we weren't zooming out. I forgot that. Brain fart. My bad. Okay. Because we're again looking for valuables, any collectibles on the sides of the road, that type of deal. Empty lot. Another log cabin looking thing, the Bakshi house. So let him go there, and I do kind of like that lodge design. Got a two-car garage that's not even remotely linked to the house at all. I don't see any collectibles around the house. Kind of a dull house look. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's meet the Bakshis. Ian Bowler. Ian is rich. Look at the house. No crap. You don't frickin' say. Okay, that's a nice living room area they have there. There's seating area in front of there. Nice seating area indeed. Okay. Got a nice house here. Any plants back here? No. Got two single beds and a double bed. Two double beds. So this looks like it could be a pretty sizable home or family, but I only see Ian here, and he's a little on the... Oh, no, right there in front of us. This is Sunny Bakshi. Maybe. But we don't know that Sunny's not in a relationship, but I guess we could find that out really easy. Let's do a friendly introduction to Miss Sunny here. Sunny is artistic, ambitious, and an angler. Doesn't say anything else about her. Okay. That's fine. So, let's go across the street here. This is an occupied house. There are plants out front, and there's people out front too. One of them holding a baby. This is the single mom's household. Interesting. So we've got Fiona McIrish, Sandy French, River McIrish. Are those two the same height? Yeah, they are. I think that might be a teenager, though. I think she is a teenager. Oh, yeah, that's a teenager. Okay. So, it's a little hard to tell sometimes on The Sims. They're pretty close to the height until you see them up front and up close and personal. This can be a little difficult. We got lettuce plants, watermelon, tomatoes. Fiona is a bookworm, charismatic, and a vegetarian. Oh, there goes my respect. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, geez, this is more like a dorm room or a dorm than a home. Sheesh. Single mom's household. So River McIrish and Fiona. So this is somebody else's child. Sandy French. Interesting. Okay, so who else do we have here? Oh wait, there's the backyard. And nothing in it. That's anticlimactic. And this is an occupied house, the Crumple Bottoms. Somebody named Agnes lives here, but we can't visit because she's not home. The grave here, Eric Darling. Not a name I recognize. Let's see, who else do we have here? That's a nice, another log cabin looking house, but that's actually empty. It's an empty home. Can't say I'd want to build on that lot because there's just so little to it. Excuse me. And I don't see any valuables there either. So let's move on down the street, I guess, and we'll kind of take this one street at a time. This is the, not the library. Oops, not jog. I'm jogging. Yep, that's the library. So we can actually cancel that. There's the restaurant. Just let's zoom in. If we see anything, we can go check it out. This is the police station. There's a park up that way, I believe. Okay, let's zoom in again. Empty lots. This is an empty house. Very well decorated empty house. Okay, so that house is empty. So this house is occupied. That is the Steele household. We also have the Andrews household, which we have been to before. The Clavel household. And who is this? This is the Hart household. Okay. Mic bump. My bad. So let's go visit some folks here. This is empty, so we can't go here. I don't see anything here, but let's go check out the Steele household. While you're en route, let's look around here. And I don't see anybody or anything worth grabbing. So let's fast forward until he gets here, and there he is. Okay, so this is Christopher Steele. Mind if I go into your house now that you just met me? Learn that Chris is a daredevil, friendly, and a natural cook. Okay. Now we're getting those traits because we took the observant trait, or lifetime reward. And as a result of that, we get... can I talk with him about cooking so I can actually knock that out of the park? Trade kitchen secrets. Yep. Don't worry about going inside, just tell him about kitchen secrets. Okay. Very nice home. Learned a new recipe from Christopher. That's interesting. Why did that not talk about cooking? Okay, apparently we gotta be specific with it. I wonder if Christopher Steele here is actually in the culinary field. I wonder if that's why we got that. But the end result is the same. I do not see anybody there. So we've only got two that are possibilities. We've got what's his name over there? Bo Andrews. That's a friend of his. This is his wife, I would take it. So I don't think we're probably going to find anybody for Derek here. I don't see anybody else. Let's take our usual look around to see if there's anything valuable around it. I don't see anything. Of course, my frame rate isn't the best, but it's an old laptop, so you gotta make do. You gotta make do with what you got. And there's no sense in complaining about what you don't have. So, and plus there is a lot going on the screen. We are straining the computer, plus it's having to do all this and record, so yay for the old broke down Toshiba. And thank you to my mother for giving it to me. Alright, so we have an elder here, Bessie Clavel. Okay, so Clavel is an older couple, and I don't see anybody here for poor old Derek. Alright, so I guess we're heading to work, so tomorrow I guess we're going to come over to the Hart household and the Bachelor household. Pretty big house for being. So we are going to, we didn't find anybody in any of these, but we got 2 more houses here to check. We also have the Sekimoto house, and then we're actually going to be, tomorrow in the game, we're going to be checking out Derek's old neighborhood. We never did explore in his old neighborhood, so we do have, there's a house up here, but given that a limo just pulled up to it, I don't think we're going to be finding anybody there. That's just not very likely to me. So, what we are going to do is get him through work and into the next day, and then we're going to come check out these 2 homes and then check out Derek's old neighborhood right here. Who knows? Maybe we'll have had a smoking hot neighbor the whole time. It's playoff times. The next game will be the toughest you've played all season. It's do or die time, and the strength of the team lies with you. Win, and you'll receive a hefty cash bonus. Lose, and nobody will remember your name. That's an important point. We should have been prepping for the game instead of hanging out with our teammates. I'm sure we'll do fine at the game either way. Alright. Derek's hard work and effort has really paid off to the tune of a permanent extra $46 raise per hour. We just brought home $1,380 today. Home, sweat home. Go to sleep. Actually, his phone's ringing, but I'm not worried about it. Alright, so that guys, we are ready to head on back to our exploring. We found a few different things today, but in that time lapse there, or the fast forwarding bit, so we will review all of our collectibles before we end today's episode. Hopefully we can find somebody for poor old Derek here by the end of today. Being lonely ain't nothing I would volunteer for, or volunteer anybody else for that matter. I don't see anything. Who's this? Here's pigtails. That is most definitely, no, that's an adult. Baby Heart. No, with a name like Baby, the answer is no. You have a freaking mullet. And your name is Gus. Oh, lordy. And you... Nope. Could not do it with a baby. Could not do baby. Roadrunner bait? No, thank you. Okay, so we've already been over there. It's actually really quickly, let's zoom in on our park here, see if there's anything at the park worth grabbing. You never know, there could be. There could be. We got apple trees. Ooh, that reminds me, we need to go check out the neighborhood across the way, or back behind us, that we looked into yesterday, because those flame fruit bushes might be blooming now. This one is not. Was it this one? One of these, I think. Ooh, right there. Right there. Flame fruit bush. Go harvest that. Flame fruit. Totally doesn't sound like a fire hazard, right? And once you do that, go visit the bachelors. Jeez, frame rates are low. Okay, what do we get out of that? We got learn that Michael is a schmoozer, friendly, and athletic. Okay. Funny that you should be like that way. Mikhail. Who is that? That's Bella Bachelor. Hang on. Okay, so for those of you who are old enough to remember the Sims 2 or even the original Sims had a pair of people that were the they were the Goth family in the original Sims. You had Bella and you had Mortimer. And Bella in the Sims 2 storyline, default storyline, disappeared from Pleasant View and reappeared Tuesday Sears. Handy person. Kind of odd looking. Smile and nod. But she disappeared. And I remember very, very vaguely remember looking at the family tree. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Bella's maiden name was Bachelor. Oh, who's that? Yokasta Bachelor. She looks like that Russian, the actor who always plays a Russian. I can't remember his name. She's got the same nose. Okay, well, actually, let's not go straight to Durban, actually. Double check the road, make sure there's nothing worth grabbing, which has been a pretty moot point so far, but you never know. Let's go visit the Sakamoto house. I don't know, we just got a bunch of snow, isn't it crazy? Okay, so you have gravel outside. I don't see anything on the path or anything like that. Of course, I am going quickly at bad frames per second, so, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Anything could slip by me at this point. Okay, Leighton Sakamoto. Don't see anything there, but this kind of looks like a... Oh, Sam Sakamoto. So this is probably a married couple and a child or a toddler. I'd say probably, I hope that's a toddler. Yeah, that's a toddler. Okay, so nothing in the Sakamoto house. No one, that is to say. Let's go visit the Durbin household. We've got a nice little pond back here. I like that. Nothing at said pond, but who's here? Wow, that's some wild hair. Okay, so we have Weston Castaneda, Sarah Durbin, and Margot Durbin. So this is probably an unmarried couple living together, to each his own, but it's a single family house, and that is not somebody I care to get involved with. That's an empty house. What about this? This is not an empty house, but there's nobody at the Alvey residence. Is it? My old truck? It's still... Oh my gosh. So, everything... Yeah, that's right. I thought we sold everything, though. I mean, I don't see anything inside the house. So our truck and our fruits and such are still outside. That's crazy. Okay. So nobody should be living there, and nobody is, so... Empty lot? Nope, that's just nothing. Okay, this is an empty house, and that's a house? That's a square of plastic crap at that point. Visit the Kennedy household. There goes my old truck. Geez, imagine buying a house and getting a free truck with it. You know? It'd be pretty crazy. Alright, who do we have here? Oh, that's Erin Kennedy. She must be in the military. I think that's the military uniform. Kennedy. And she looks to be an older lady. I don't see anybody here. Unless that's somebody in the shower, and it's not. So, Erin either lives alone or she might have a husband, I guess. Huh. Okay. Can I go over there and say hi, maybe? Was there anybody else around that we tried to talk to that wasn't home at the moment? Agnes or someone up here was. Let's try looking at the park, maybe. Maybe somebody's at the park we could talk to. There's a seat right there. I don't see anybody. Who's that? That's Jack Bunch. Okay. Don't see anybody. Sue Scotch. Nope. I don't have it. Cozy fires. Sims enjoy the warm, cheery glow of their fireplaces. Poke them for extra warmth from the flame fruit. Oh, in his pocket. In his pocket. In his pocket. Okay. Well. I'm curious about that house. I mean, the house just looks interesting by itself. It's a tiny little house, but kind of an interesting design. I'm interested to know what it looks like inside. And of course, I can't do that until... Oh well. Welcome to the dance. Oh, win the next game. That's why I have an opportunity thing there. So I guess let's return home and get him ready for the game, and we'll hopefully come back and find Miss Miranda here later. Phone is ringing. Frames, 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 frames. Geez, somebody's determined to get a hold of me. Answer the phone. Excellence you can taste. Susan Wainwright would like to sample some of the culinary excellence everybody's been talking about. You've been asked to prepare an excellent group meal for Susan Wainwright in exchange for some excellent cash. Get the pan simmering before time runs out. Okay, so what's the actual goal there? An excellent group meal. Okay, so why don't we try serve brunch, serve a group of waffles. You make a lot of waffles and you have a wish to make waffles, so let's make some waffles. Waffles. And Derek is a natural cook, so we have the ability to kick it up a notch, as it's called. Waffles are done. Quality, very nice. Crap. Kick it up a notch. No, 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 no. Do this first. What does that do? That's just great. Okay. Well, go to the game, buddy. You gotta win this one. That was a douche move. The carpool's sitting there, and what's he do? Oh, that was bad. Okay, so home 1, we're already ahead. Not much of a lead, 1-1. 2-1. Home, 3-1. Come on, 4-1. Home. 5-1. Home. 5 games less in the season. Okay. 5-1. 5-2. Come on, Derek. Seven to 2. Okay. This is our last segment for this episode, so we win the game 8-4. Nice. So we got to go to work for that? Yep, we got to go to work tomorrow to finish that out. So we'll send Derek back home. It's actually nighttime now, so why don't we check and see real quick. Where was that house? Was it this one? She's still not home. She's out at the park. Okay. She's out at the park. I see somebody there. That is Weston. Who is this? Holly. Marty. Ooh, is that her? Pretty lady. I like her. No, 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 no. You're not taking a nap. You are going to speak with Miranda. She is pretty. I had a feeling, and she is pretty. Come on, come on, come on. You're going to be Flargalargan. Who is that? That's Monica Morris. That's our boss, actually. And this is Miranda. Introduce yourself. You awkward duck in your suit. Hi. Learn that she is a perfectionist, a virtuoso, and is frugal. Okay. Let's head on back home. We've introduced ourselves. We can call her on the phone now, I think. So what we'll do is, he's got to go home and sleep anyway. So what we're going to actually do is, I think we're going to, when his social need gets low, we will call and invite her over and work on it that way. And of course, oops, not the bathroom routine. You need to go to sleep. And we'll just kind of see what we can do, if we can entice Miss Miranda into joining us in a relationship. Beautiful lady, that's a fact. That is a fact. Where is she on my relationships tab? Oh, right here. Pretty lady. I do kind of have a thing for redheads, I'm not gonna lie. But with all that being said, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. I know today's a little bit dull, but mostly it's just the pursuit. It's the pursuit for today. Oh yes, so the other thing we were going to do, I said we were going to do it, and we're going to do it. So, we picked up a few different collectibles today. We picked up a chunk of silver, a chunk of gold. We picked up tanzanite. It is unknown who deserves credit for the discovery of tanzanite, though one myth attributes it to a lightning strike. Shocking. Let's get an emerald cut on that. We got an emerald. The rarity and value of naturally occurring emeralds has led to the synthetic manufacturing of rare and valuable emeralds. Get an emerald cut of the emerald, unless of course we already have an emerald, which I don't think we do. You guys will have to excuse my cat. She is convinced that she is dying. We already have an emerald cut emerald, so this one will actually be an oval cut emerald. You will analyze once you get up. So yes, we found a large space rock, a blue topaz, and a luminorious gem. Scientists were unable to come up with a clever name for this gem due to its mind-numbing color scheme. It is comprised of several minerals, including one that is only found in sharks. That's interesting. Locked in there. So guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. And we'll have to see what happens with Derek, and if anything happens and develops between Derek and Miranda, and we'll have to go forward from there. So thank you everybody for joining me for today's episode. Again, if you like the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe, and of course, be sure to also hit that bell notification button, and you can be notified when I post new videos. Currently, I upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, if you have any feedback, leave it down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. But apart from that, guys, thank you once again, everybody, for joining me for today's episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!